What's up, everyone? Here I am playing some 25-cent, 50-cent no limit cash game on PokerStars, and right now I am going to talk to you about a hand that I played earlier. That the only reason I really thought it was interesting was based on the player in the big blind. Uh, this player was very aggressive. Whenever I was in a pot, he seemed to always re-raise me or call all my raises. He was that type of player that just, I don't know what it was, but whenever I was in the pot, he was in the pot. But he also did play a lot of majority of other pots. So I felt he was very loose, and I had laid down a couple of hands to him before when he had re-raised me, so maybe he thought I was kind of weak, tight. So I'm going to run through this hand right here, and it's an interesting play because it's a battle of the blinds. Everybody else is going to fold, and it comes to you in the small blind. Now, Ace-9 is of course not one of the greatest of hands, but it's a hand that I, will put in a raise every once in a while and, take your blind. It's a good enough hand, I think, to do that with. And I expected this player to also come along. So Ace-9 is at a horrible hand to play heads up. So we're going to see the action here. Fold it to me. I'm going to raise to $2. I'm out of position after the flop. But I am re-raised to $5.50. So I say, you know what? I know this player is very aggressive like this. I'm going to put another raise in there pre-flop. So I made it 14 to go. And I did get called. So right after I got called, I'm like, oh man, what the heck is this guy got me into? He was gonna call, my raise, and hopefully I can hit something to bet. Now the flop is a very scary one, as you can see, with the Ace King Jack. There are a lot of hands out there that can beat me. So right now I'm kind of worried what he might have. So I decided to just check to him, and he also checks, and the turn is a 7, which I don't think helped him at all, but we check again, and now the river is a 4. Now the 4 I can't see helping him at all, so I come out and bet a quarter of the pot, and he raises to $27. As you can see, I decide to make the call because I felt like this player could be doing this with queens. I don't think he did have an ace. That would not be my first instinct. It would be that either he made 2 pair, like he had a king jack, but to me it just seemed like the way he played the hand signaled that he had a pocket pair. So maybe he had jacks and was, slow rolling me, or whatever, or he could have kings, he could have ace king, but I just had that gut instinct feeling that if I could bet a quarter of the pot on the river, I could get this guy to try to raise me off the pot, and I was not going to fold this hand. I decided that the way after the turn had played out, that as long as a scary card did not hit the river, I was going to call him. So I made that little bet that looked like, you know what, I'm scared, I'm going to fold to you. But he did make the raise, and I ended up calling him. And if you look at it again here, I make the call, and he had pocket 9s, and I scoop up the big pot. It was just a read and instinct that I had on this player that I just felt like he was capable of making play like that. And I decided that, you know what, this is a hand that I cannot just fold and let him just run me over with. So I'm going to be playing more of the calling station on the river there. A little, but I also instigated him, I think, to make a bluff at the pot. I don't know. If I check, I don't think he bets the river. He probably just checked it down. But since I put such a weak-looking bet on the river, that he was going to try to push me off the hand. So, otherwise, like I said, interesting battle of the blinds hand, and fortunately this time I made the right read and trusted my instincts. Good luck out there, everybody. Thanks again.